Hi there, this is Dan Couper from the Sampleist, and today we're going to be looking at the Vienna Symphonic Library's Fazioli F308. It's part of the Synchron piano series. I've had a little bit of time with this and it is amazing. It's a wonderful, wonderful piano to play. There are two library options with this, the standard and the full. The standard is a 50 gigabyte download. You're going to need about 175 gigabytes of storage space, and the full license, which is just under 115 gigabytes of download, and you're going to need 400 gigabytes of storage space for that. The standard library is 315 euros and the full library is 590 euros. So there's an introductory offer on at the moment, so if you go over to the VSL website you can check out your price. Now, I've had experience with the Synchron pianos. I absolutely love them. One of them is my go-to piano. I was interested in listening to this one because of the size of the piano. I really wanted to try and capture some of the deep resonance from it. I wanted to actually find out how the middle to top register responded. So I can't wait for you to hear it. There's lots of features for me to go through. So let's get started. So this is the Synchron player. This is a free download when you purchase your instrument. This is where all of your pianos are. There's this little grand piano at the top here. You can click on that and then you can select the pianos that you've purchased. They've made it quite easy at the bottom here. They've put these performance-friendly room mixes, and these ones here, I believe, are from the standard library. So they're with the 5 mic positions, and we will go straight to the concert piano. It's exquisite, isn't it? It's a lovely, lovely piano. I could play that for hours. It really is stunning. Okay, so we'll just go straight on. We'll come back to some of these a little bit later. I want to try out this 4th pedal, which you can probably see. What on earth is the 4th pedal? What does it do? We'll go over that a little bit later, but we'll move straight on to the intimate piano. I think it's making me sound like a better pianist than I am. It's almost as if it guides you and you're not guiding it. It sort of anticipates where you're going next. It's so easy to play. I thought I'd try something in a different style there. Okay, moving on. So the piano is 10 foot, 308 centimeters. So that's the F308. It has a longer soundboard, obviously, longer strings. So you really do get a rich resonance from the bass notes. It's a very powerful piano. We're going to move straight on to the player here, which is what they describe as immediate response with full stereo width. Okay, I'm getting a bit carried away there. These first three pianos, most definitely my favorite: the concert, the intimate, and the player. The pop piano, which we'll play next, I struggled with this a bit, and it's my fault, really. It's my style. I'm not really a pop piano player. But there was a really nice, easy way to correct this. My problem was that it had a little bit too much attack on it, and I found it bit too punchy for my sort of liking. So all I did was I went up to the MIDI sensitivity there, and I just lowered that quite a bit, and it actually brought back the touch sensitivity to that piano sound. So I can keep the piano tone, which I like, and just hold back on the attack. So there's always going to be a solution on here to be able to tweak the piano to your liking. So we'll go on to the pop piano and have a listen. So bringing that MIDI sensitivity down really helped me to play that. There's lots you can do with the dynamics and the shape of the piano sounds. We'll just have a look at that a little bit later on in the edit menu. For now, I will just move on to the ambience piano. So this is described as a spacious, roomy sound with a lot of reverb on the microphones. It's exactly that. I mean, it's a huge, huge sound, and the reverbs sound fantastic. I really love that ambience piano. So we're going to speed ahead a little bit, and we're going to just a little bit more detail into the user interface. So there is a side menu at the bottom. You can access in two ways. You can go to the more there and you can press that, and then this side window appears, but you can also toggle it from the folder icon at the top there. And this, as I've got the full library, is showing me the set of Decatree multi-mic presets, and below that the surround to stereo downmix presets. When I'm looking for a piano sound, I usually find something that's pretty close to what I need. Then I go straight over to the mix page. So let's have a look at that. So it's quite straightforward. So there you have all your channels, and then you have your microphones all at the bottom. Now, if you've got the full library, then you just double click on that and that becomes active. And it's a really good opportunity just to sort of blend and try and get the sound that you're looking for. One of the other things which I thought was really useful was the windows, the EQ, delay, reverb and pan. Not just the fact that they're accessible and they're right there, but just by double clicking on them, it opens up a larger window. For someone like me, that's really helpful, because I did actually try to do some panning whilst I was trying to get a really nice mix with those little dots there, and I did struggle. And then I actually found out that just by double clicking on them, you bring up another window, which makes it a lot easier. So just having a quick look now at the edit menu. In here, you can actually change the velocity of any individual note here, and also tune any particular note. So in fact, you can make it sound like a honky-tonk piano, which is slightly out of tune in places. One of the things that I found really useful here for me is sometimes when you play a particular piano, velocities can be, some of the velocities can cut through, be a little bit harsh. So you can actually tail them off and sort of trim them back by using this velocity curve. And obviously you can do the reverse of that. So if I had recorded something and I didn't really want to go into the edit menu and start pulling the velocities of all the individual notes down, I can just cap it off very quickly and say that basically I don't want anything over velocity of 70 or 60, and it just reduces it down. It's a bit like MIDI compression. There are a few other things in here, stuff to do with the pedal and the global settings there, the dynamic range of everything. So it's really comprehensive. There's lots of stuff in there. But what I think we'll do is go back to the side menu here, and then run through some of the sounds in the full library. Quickly go over the fourth pedal. So the fourth pedal is something that was invented by Fazioli, and what this physically does is it raises the keyboard up, so on the actual grand piano itself, so that the hammers are they have less of a swing, if you like, to hit the string. So what that does is it produces a softer tone, but sort of maintains the clarity of the piano. So in a scenario where you were fortunate enough to play a piano of this quality and of this size in a big concert hall, I would imagine that would work very well because of the amplitude, the volume that you would need. Obviously, you're going to strike a piano harder, you're going to get a brighter tone. So it's getting the volume but maintaining the clarity of the piano. So I'm going to play something now, and then I'm going to, halfway through, I'm just going to engage the fourth piano. You can do that by right-clicking on your mouse and it will stay down. And then see if you like the difference and make up your own mind. So there you go. That's the fourth pedal. I quite like it. I think it's quite a nice thing to have on there. So on this page as well, you have all these other things. I went over the MIDI sensitivity a little bit earlier, which was quite a cool thing to do, especially if you like the tone of the piano and the mic setup, just to make it a little bit easier to play. Looking down here, there's a few other things, you know, the attack and stuff, but the timbre shift was something that I couldn't work out at first, because what it does is it sort of makes it sound like that it's in a different key to what you're playing, in the sense that if you love to play in D major, and that's your in D is your favorite key, but you're playing a piece in C and you want it to sound sort of like it's playing in that sort of harmonic sound of D. So that's about it. I really love this piano. I think it's a great piano. My favorite preset is the concert. It's got just the right amount of everything for me. I wanted to actually put it into context with some strings just to see how it sits on the top and how it blends. So I've just done this little thing for you just to have a listen, just put some Synchron strings behind it, and so you can have a little listen to that. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this. Big thank you to VSL for giving us a review copy. It's certainly a piano that has a place in my library. It's fantastic. It's a lead piano for me. I've really enjoyed putting this together for you. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit a like and subscribe to our channel. And thank you very much, and happy playing.